Initially, when I said I want to be a wrestler, it was always yeah, sure, okay, go to uni, do something. And I did the whole thing. I went and finished, got my A-levels, got my degree and all the rest of it, and it still kept pulling me back.
We were never the usual girly girls as people see now, with the makeup and the hair done.
I was doing a lot of backyard wrestling, and then I got into actual proper wrestling training, and it just went from there.
2012, I stepped in the ring for the first time in training, and since then I'm constantly on tour.
Kelly or Casey, whichever one you want to go with, was at training for a year, and they got a new venue place to train, and she goes, "We're doing a free day for you to come up and try it out for your first session." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I got up and then got into the ring and says, "Right, take your first bump." And I'm like, "What's a bump?" And of course they taught me how to do it. Took my first bump, got up and went, that was so much fun. Loved it, and then sort of went, I'm going to go on with this.
I wanted to see how it is wrestling fake or what's about, because I was not sure at all. So went to the training, had to take a lot of punches, and were sore for like 2 weeks, but it was good.
Before I actually moved, training had actually cancelled for 6 months, and we were literally training in the ring, doing matches.
Like, living over in Northern Ireland, it's difficult to get bookings in the mainland UK. We were moving to Scotland. It just made sense because the scene was up and coming. You had Carmel Jacobs, you had Kaylee Ray and Nikki Storm, all based in Glasgow, and what better people to learn from than the people who've been putting their names on the map. And when you think of female wrestling in the UK, you think of those three.
First time I came over to Scotland was 2014 in March for 1 month of training, like every day with Mikey Whiplash and Damo and Nikki Storm.
The main reason was the training, and it was Fierce Females. It was thanks to Mikey Whiplash. He actually booked me and Kelly for the first Fierce Female show.
Then we found out what ICW was, and then that was us hooked.
He gave us the push and gave us sort of like the sort of getting our name out there for Scotland. It was really that, and I kind of realised that the wealth of knowledge and the wealth of talent that's here, and I was like, the women's scene here is going nuts. This is the place to kind of be.
The actual moving was in June or July 2014, so it's almost 2 years now, and the only reason why I came over was ICW.
ICW.
Insane Championship Wrestling, to be in the roster, and that's what I am.
Santa Gravy 2012, I think it was. Yeah, 2012. And that was my first live ICW show, and I was hooked from there.
A lot of people have inspired me through the whole time I've been in wrestling for the 6 years. But if you're talking about maybe WWF style or era, it would be the Attitude Era, and it'd be the likes of Chyna, because she was so imposing, so amazing in the ring, nothing like you'd ever seen before. Once she broke off from Triple H and went with Eddie Guerrero, I was like, oh, she's amazing. She's like what a woman should look like and all that. Not like Trish Stratus, not like Stacy Keibler, not like Tori Wilson. That's what I always thought a woman was supposed to look like. So Chyna is quite an inspiration to me.
Lita came in with S.A. Rios and she had that moonsault. And I was like, wow, this girl can move. Like, wow, I want to do that. And then it just spiraled from there.
I don't have somebody who inspired me to be a wrestler, but my idol is Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and Chyna.
I got very much in like Alundra Blaze, Bull Nakano, way back. And then the likes of Becky Knox, who's now Becky Lynch in WWE. She was like a huge influence because she'd done a lot for a lot of the girls in Ireland. So, but yeah, Lita definitely, as you can probably tell from look at me. I'm quite lucky with not having that many injuries in the ring. I've worked with a lot of good people, a lot of safe people, such as Kelly and Carmel and Kaylee and Viper and stuff. I've had scrapes, I've had bumps, I've had concussions, but I've not had anything really to write home about like, I've had to go to hospital or anything for.
I don't count concussions and headache and bruises. That's nothing at all.
My mum's still very much like, oh, don't do that, don't hurt yourself, don't do silly things like getting a chop and then you're getting a red chest. My mum's like, what the hell have they done to you? I was like, it's just a slap to the chest, mum, calm down, it's fine.
I've twisted my ankle pretty bad, but it's not done anything too much to like keep me out of the ring.
My broken ankle, and it's a triple break plus twisted veins. So it's a really bad injury, and that's the only injury I actually have.
It was unfortunate with her accident with her ankle with that match with Nikki Storm, but I'm dying to see where she's going to come with. She considers us the traditional Barbies, even though we're brunette and not blonde.
My finisher move is a Barbie breaker. I break the Barbie all the time. I break the faces of people with it. So I actually call every female wrestler a Barbie.
She destroyed me. I didn't realise how flipping strong and scary she can actually be in the ring, especially when she starts shouting German at you and you're like, don't hurt me.
During the shows, I can see who's fearing me. Like, they are shouting at me, and as soon as I face them, April the 17th on a Sunday in the garage. It's a charity boxing fight. It's for Aberlour, Scotland. It's a child charity. And my opponent is a former Muay Thai champion, so it's a tough one.
It's me and Casey versus each other, so it's going to be interesting. It's legit boxing. I'm actually going to boxing training. Kelly's not.
You done with your questions?
If you just want to try it, do it. Don't hold back. Have a laugh with it. As my dad says, don't try it. You don't know.
If I did make the decision to go to Japan or move here, then I don't know what. I'd probably still be working full-time job McDonald's back in Northern Ireland in a job that I hated with people that didn't like me. So whereas I'm now over here in a job that I do like, doing what I want to at the weekends and loving every second of it. In life, just never let anybody dictate to you what you need to do. Do what you want for yourself, and you'll find that your life's a lot more fun, a lot more happy for it.